I will now give the floor to representative of the European Union.
Mr. President, the EU thanks Dr. Saeed for his report and presentation. The EU is seriously concerned by the excessive number of executions carried out in the Islamic Republic of Iran, including of juveniles, in the absence of the fair trial standards prescribed by international law. We condemn the widespread use of torture and other cruel, inhuman or degrading treatment or punishment. Your report examines continuing widespread and systematic human rights violations, including violent suppression of dissidents, detention, severe discrimination against women and members of ethnic and religious minorities, restrictions of freedom of expression, assembly and religion or belief, harassment and arrest of human rights defenders. We are also alarmed by the continuous persecution of Iranian journalists and by infringements of media freedom, including on the internet. The EU continues to raise its concerns and encourages Iran to comply with its international human rights obligations. For the past 2 years, Iranian opposition leaders Mehdi Karoubi and Mir Hossein Mousavi, as well as Mr. Mousavi's wife Zahra Rahnaward, have been under house arrest without charge. The Iranian authorities have failed to explain their arrest and detention, and we call on Iran to grant them their right to freedom of movement. We deplore the systematic harassment of members of religious minorities. We call on Iran to refrain from such practices and to ensure respect for freedom of religion or belief. We call for the immediate release of prisoners of conscience, including pastors Behnam Irani, Farshid Fathi, Saeed Abedini, and the leaders of the Baha'i community. We strongly regret that Iran has not cooperated with the Special Rapporteur by giving him or other UN special procedures access to Iran, despite its standing invitation, and urge Iran to do so in future. We appreciate the Special Rapporteur's outstanding work and strongly support the extension of his mandate. Dr. Saeed, the new Islamic Penal Code omits the penalty of stoning and reduces the range of offences carrying the death penalty for juveniles. What is your assessment on the impact of these new provisions on the death penalty in practice? Also, could you please elaborate on the restrictions to higher education for Iranian women? Thank you, Mr. President.
I thank you.